Hello, my name's Jason, and welcome back to I Have a Story. I'd like to introduce my little man here. This is Bubbles. He decided he wants to be up on my lap today and say hi to everybody. This is a dog I just got dropped off to me about a week ago. And of course, talk about the DNR turning all these animals loose. The cougar came in my yard yesterday and got him right behind the ear right here. Again, I'm going to ask people to defund the DNR. This is insanity. Why do they turn predatory animals loose that are destroying our lives and continue to do it and then lie about it? It's wrong. So that's why he's got this on his sweatshirt on, is to keep the dirt and keep his boo-boo covered up. And need to start doing something about this. So I'd like to ask people, again, to subscribe to my channel and like my videos and share my stories and hopefully help me get heard. Today, before I start my video series about mental illness and health illnesses, and really when it comes down to it, I figured it's all man-made. Every bit of mental illness, physical health illnesses are all man-made. That's pretty much what it's come down to. And I'm going to hear, again, in these segments of videos to share what I've learned and my knowledge and the way I've put it together. But before I do that, I have a question. My question is, and this is a question I've not heard anybody ask, and I listen all day long. I listen to podcasts while I'm tinkering and doing all my little projects that I have to do. And I listen to a lot of talk radio, a lot of podcasts, a lot of professional people talking. I have yet to hear this question asked. How today does a mental health professional treat people? I mean, I've been in medical health industry, mental health industry. I've been through them for many, many, many years, and I really have studied people my entire life, and even as a teenager, psychologist counseling, that was one of the things I wanted to do. My problem is I want to do everything. I want to know everything. I get into any job, I don't care what it is, and I spend a period of time until I master it, and then I'm bored and I want to move on to something else and learn something else. Part of where my vast knowledge has come from. Everything has its pros and its cons, and the pro is that I've gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience in all the things that I've done. So I want to know, how today do we treat mental health? Back in, prior to all this modern ideology that is taking place and over-ramping and running our country flat into the ground, destroying our country and separating the people, dividing us, all of it, and creating more mental health. Before all of that started, the way our mental health industry worked is we had a baseline of reality. This is what is normal. You're here, we need to bring you back to reality. Today we don't have reality anymore, so where do you bring people to? Hey doc, I think I'm a dog, woof woof. Well, today the doc can't tell you you're not a dog. You're actually a human being and bring you back to reality. So how today do we do that? There is no reality anymore. It's all delusion. So how does a mental health professional help anybody? That's something that really, really needs to be answered. How do you help any? Now all you can do is, here, take a drug. Is that all you got? Is that all we have? Because you're not allowed to tell people anymore that they're a human being. You're not allowed to bring reality to people's heads. We have to have an unstable foundation. Nothing. You cannot build anything on an unstable foundation. Nothing. How do we build society on an unstable foundation, which is exactly what our dictators who are running, just ramping our country right into the ground, that's what they've done. They've created this complete delusional country. We no longer have reality. We no longer have a ground foundation to stand on. Our country does not. It's part of why our country is so shaky right now. We have no more ground foundation. Our dictators have torn our foundation right out from underneath our country. You can't do that to any country. You can't do that to any city, any state, any household. But yet, our dictators who are running our country have done it through the entire United States. Part of why pretty much every single American today has mental illness. In trying to make these videos about mental illness, there is so much to talk about, especially with what has happened today in modern history. All mental illness has been created by people. I have no doubt about it. And I'm going to tell you exactly why through these segments of videos. I'm kind of struggling putting this together because there's so much information. And now that I'm getting into my mindset of creating this segment of videos, the more I think about it, the more I realize, the more it comes to my head. So I want to know, how does a mental health professional treat mental health when we no longer have a ground foundation to stand on? And that's what their jobs were prior to ideology, was to bring people back to a moral standard foundation. We no longer have that. So what do psychologists, counselors, what do they do? How do you treat people now? There's only one answer to it. They can't. You have to have foundation. Without foundation, nothing can stand. Without the foundation of your car would be laying on the ground. Without the foundation under your house would be in shambles. Your family, and this is part of mental health illnesses that have taken place, man-made, our families no longer have a moral foundation. Now we have entertainment and division in families. No more parents being a parent. Now parents are children playing their own games while their kids are off playing their games, saying, leave me alone, kids. I got to play my games and you guys go play yours. And there's no more foundation of families anymore. You have to have foundation. So how does it work now? I've had one counselor that I talked to that all she wanted to do is just sit there and listen to me talk, and she could not give me zero, no feedback whatsoever. I had another one that I saw. All she had zero, nothing, no breathing techniques, none of the things that counselors should be teaching. I've only ever had one out of handfuls that I've met, one who actually taught me techniques that helped. All the rest of them either said, just keep on talking or take this pill. That's not counseling. Part of why our country struggles so much. So I want to know, how do they even bring people back to reality when we have no reality anymore? We have no foundation. How can it even possibly work? Anybody else has any answers, please comment below and let me know. Um, it, the only possible answer is we can't.